You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Got a special guest in the building.
Yes, one of the first original OG Golden State Warriors fans that I can remember, because there's a lot of bandwagon fans now. But this guy has been a Golden State fan forever. Mistah F.A.B.
What up, man?
Mistah F.A.B.
10 years season ticket holder.
For a long time.
I've been a season ticket holder for 10 years, and I've been a fan my whole life, like, for real.
So do you get a discount? Do you get a discount now?
Nah, they don't even. Hell no. It's
even
even more.
Does it feel good now, or are you annoyed at all these new fans?
Nah, not at all. I mean, we welcome it. It's just the energy sometimes and at the arena is kind of down because you got, a lot of these seats are owned by super mega tech junkies, and they're pushing the average blue-collar fan out. So the guy that's been a fan of basketball, of the Warriors basketball for several years, can't even afford to go to the game anymore. So you see some of these tech, these Silicon Tech Valley guys who own all these seats who are now bringing their families to the games.
So they don't have like
Yeah.
They don't have frequent flyer miles like tickets. Like I've been going to games for 10 years.
They don't care, man. Like it's really crazy because it's just showing you how much the gentrification in that area has taken over and it's exploded. And like I say, the average blue-collar fan who's been a Warrior fan since Run TMC and even before that can't even afford to go watch a game in person anymore.
Run TMC. One of my homeboys was just telling me how he ran into Mitch Richmond this weekend at a party.
Mitch Richmond was a boy.
I grew up, he was like my man Van from TMZ. He was like, I was talking to Mitch Richmond. I was like, what?
Mitch Richmond was a boy, man. Jordan said that was one of the, his biggest competitions, his hardest players that he ever played against. So I've been a fan forever, man. It's dope.
So what are you up to? What are you working on?
How you been making money to pay for tickets?
Man, come on, man. I've been telling people for years. I've never had no financial troubles. Like,
ticket's expensive.
We have the most expensive ticket in the game, and I sit front row for the past 10 years,
sit on the
man.
floor?
For sure.
See, Emmy,
you don't
should have called him when you was there.
F.A.B. be right there front and center like he the Jack Nicholson of
I'm for real.
State.
Spike Lee of the hyphy, man.
I know what the Brooklyn Nets is charging me. I know F.A.B. got some bread.
Nah, man, like I be chilling, man. A lot of the songwriting, a lot of other business ventures. Shout out to Miss Angela Yee, who's rocking. That's my clothing line right there. So that's dope.
That?
The Yee shirt, like that's the dope ass stuff.
I had to.
That was dope right there. I don't know if it was just a coincidence or however it was, but
no,
kinda.
Actually, somebody hit me up from, I guess, your camp.
No, I'm talking about you wearing it today.
I wear today for you.
Here she go.
I did.
I didn't even notice because it said Yee, so I just thought that was her.
Nah, that's the dope air. That's our clothing line right there.
I was like, no, it's not.
So it says Yee on all of them?
Nah, that's just a saying. That the Yee is like a saying that my homeboys from Richmond, South Richmond, they say like Yee. And Mac Dre used to he popularized it, but it's a local saying from the city of Richmond that those guys say, man. And we did a collaboration with some of the dudes in Richmond to just help them further their movement as well as pay homage to what they've done, because a lot of people didn't give them their credit for what they said, you know what I'm saying? So that's just one of the things of the clothing line. But the clothing line's been doing real good. We actually opened a store, the flagship store this weekend, so it's going to be a big opening. So it's dope, man. Just other little adventures, you know what I'm saying, that I'm trying to do to stay busy, stay working.
You ain't selling dope, are you?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Sure. Never. That ain't no money in that.
You know what's so funny? I didn't realize how different the Bay was because I did something in San Francisco about a month ago.
Right.
And I think Oakland's the city.
Frisco's the city.
Frisco's the city.
Yeah.
And
Oakland the town.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
It's no different than here. It's actually set up kind of like structure-wise the same, like with the boroughs. It's the same thing, man. Oakland is like the mecca of it, though. I don't know what would be, maybe Brooklyn?
Mecca's Manhattan.
Okay.
Would be the
the cultural influence, the one that everybody takes,
Brooklyn,
maybe Harlem or Brooklyn.
I would say Queens.
I would say it's Brooklyn.
Or the Bronx.
No, it's definitely Brooklyn.
Bronx started hip-hop.
Right, but we get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying. So Oakland is like the
argument.
center of that, you know what I'm saying? So, being from there, that's why a lot of people from Oakland are so just, super, super duper Oakland. And it's crazy because, like, even with the Warriors, a lot of people don't even know that the Warriors play in Oakland. They never knew that, like, you know what I'm saying? So we super prideful about our city, man, the itty bitty city with so much influence.
Now, will music ever come out of the Bay Area nationally? Because, you go to the Bay Area and you'll hear records the club is crazy.
We were in the club. We were like, I never heard this
It
song.
sounds amazing.
Very
but
interesting.
Then you don't hear it outside of the Bay Area, but it's dope
No,
records.
you do. It just ain't Oakland artists. That's true.
That is true. No, that is true.
You hear the sound, it just ain't Oakland artists.
Yeah.
Everybody could rep the Bay, but somebody from the Bay. I don't know,
And
man.
you could tell a lot of artists get their influence. They'll come down there, they'll hear the sound, and they take it, and then
I'm not gonna go through that, man. The sound is dope, man. The guys that are pushing it is definitely doing a great job right now. From the I Am Sues to the G-Eazys, you know what I'm saying? Little Bruh, No God Saves the Geminis. A lot of these guys are definitely getting some of their, nationwide recognition.
Right.
Young Neff, the Pharaoh, he had like a big record that kind of broke outside of the regional. So it's dope. And of course with pioneers, like E40, Too Short, and myself, we continue to represent it, even if it's not sonically being played everywhere else. Just that representation of us being able to come to places like this to speak on it, man. But collectively, a lot of guys are making that kind of sound, and it's dope, man. It's dope to hear it. It's dope to see it. I'm just happy cats getting money.
40's still the face of the Bay. I seen
For
40
sure.
on the Golden State Warriors commercial, NBA commercial.
40 is that guy, man. 40 just did the Beats commercial with Draymond Green. Like, that just went like viral, so they used like one of 40's old records. And I mean, what he's done for music as well as what he's done as an independent artist. Like, he recently just posted some stuff where he just received a gold record for the Choices, like a gold plaque for the Choices. So to see him at the age that he is and still be making records, not just making records as for survival tactics, but to actually still
Got his own wine.
Come on, man. Like, this dude is a mogul, man. Like, we study 40's every move, and he's just a big homie, man. He's a great influence on younger artists, like, the younger guys, and me coming up. That was one of my biggest influences.
Now, you and Mustard had got into an altercation. Was it because you felt like he was, taking the sound and not paying homage?
Whatever that situation had happened, it was what it was. Me and Mustard, we talked, and we spoke like men, man. We both cleared out what it was that we felt, how we felt about each other and what it was. And it was dope that as men we could sit down and we could speak on it. For moving past the incident and moving forward to just getting back to what really matters is the flourishing of California as a whole state collectively finally working together, which had never really happened. It never been, like, no matter how big we were in the Bay, it never kind of trickled down to L.A.
Right.
And some of the L.A. artists had a hard time breaking into the Bay. But sonically, being able to come together, it just helps California, the fruition of everybody making music, everybody making money, and that's a beautiful thing. So we've definitely moved forward from that. And
What had you hot in that moment, though?
a few things that have been said from both sides of parties, and just not being man enough to reach out to someone and have a conversation.
Right, directly.
It all goes through different stuff. It's just like, dude, it's so easy nowadays to get in contact with somebody, regardless. I don't care who you are. There's somebody that knows your number. That's somebody that you can call, you know what I'm saying? So just having egos and being super prideful and not letting things go unsaid, and those things that go unsaid turn to other things, you know what I mean? So it's dope to see the maturation of a certain situation just by what conversation can do.
Right.
Now, I see Kendrick Lamar's on this new album, and you said you sent him the record and he sent it right back.
Yeah,
like
most
the next
definitely.
day.
Most definitely. I've been working with the whole TDE camp for several years, watching them dudes from when J-Rock was like the main focus, when he was over at Warner, and they were kind of worrying about getting a record and then going independent, doing things like that. So them coming up to the Bay Area, kind of scoping the Bay Area scene, to them, just being who they are now. Like, I will always be like, Jay, come up, come chill with me, lounge, take him around all the spots, show him the Bay Area, show him that whole independent game. And they would always be like, damn, Fab, like, we don't hear your records on the radio, we don't hear nothing like that, but you good.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you financially, like I was saying earlier, you good. Like, you don't look like
A washed rapper.
basically, like, you good. Like, whatever it is, like, you always in the year it is, or your car, whatever year it is, you got the brand new car, you got big house, big everything, and it's expensive to live in the Bay. So have you got a big house in the hills in the Bay, you good.
Right.
So
But he said it was an important song too.
it's a
Just
very
because-
it's a very important song. The record is called Survive. It's produced by The Business. It's featuring Kendrick Lamar and Crooked Eye. One from Dr. Dre's camp, one from Eminem's camp. And it's crazy that those two guys, as dope as they are, have never done a record together. So for me to be able to pull them two together, 3 different perspectives from a West Coast point of view, it was dope, man. It's a dope record, man. And I was happy that
2 different generations of the West, too. I mean, even though everybody's still active now.
yeah, most definitely.
It's 2 different
Most definitely.
generations.
Two different generations of dope rappers.
Yeah.
Like Crooked is crazy.
Amazing.
Like lyrically, like he's probably like one of the best, like insane, dope.
Phenomenal.
And then what Kendrick is right now, what Kendrick is to hip hop is, I don't even think there's words that can explain what he is to hip hop. And for how this record like took off, people just like, yo, how did you get a record with Kendrick Lamar? How are you doing that? So it was always family. Like Top Dog has never shown nothing but super love to me, and that whole camp, like they embraced me. Like I got Schoolboy on the record as well. So it's dope, man. Like I was just happy to be embraced by those guys, and it's a lot of love.
And I heard the song with Jadakiss too, also.
Pete Rock did that beat.
Yeah.
So for Pete Rock to do with this whole record, man, what I tell people is I don't have a buzz, ain't have no major crazy budget. So when you look at this feature list and you see, okay, you got Kendrick Lamar, you got Jadakiss, you got 2 Chainz, you got Lupe Fiasco, you have an album that's pretty pricey if we're gonna go by, like, you know what I'm saying, if we're gonna go like that. You got beats from Jake One, the Business, Pete Rock, so on and so forth. And I was able to put this together with sheer just relationships and friendships, man.
And you never paid for a feature?
Never paid for a feature in my life.
Wow.
Ever. It was always just the respect of,
That's dope.
Fab, I love what you're doing, and you've always looked out for me.
Would you feel a way if somebody tried to charge you, like, yeah, but it's...
Not at all, because this is a business. You know, this is a business, and we don't get into this. We love what we do, but it's just like if somebody said, yo, I want the Breakfast Club to fly out to the West Coast. Can y'all come do a complimentary show? You're like, what? Wait a minute. Like we passed the comp stage.
Depending on who it is, though.
And I was just gonna get to that. But if somebody called you and was like, yo, I'm doing, this crazy thing for these kids and I need y'all to come, I'll pay for y'all flights. Is it good?
Pocket, right.
Period.
Right.
And you be like, oh yeah, it's good. So it just all depends on who it is, man, and in relationships. If you have a relationship with these guys. I never really reach out to people that I don't have a history with.
Got you.
So that's why it was easy for, not necessarily easy, because this was a long process of putting this project together, but that's why it was able for me to, to do what it do at the end of the day and get it all together.
Now, not to be in your pockets, I just like to hear stories like yours, because you got all of these guys who feel like they have to be attached to some mothership, whether it's a major label or whatever. Majority of your money has been coming from independent record sales.
Most definitely.
And shows.
Most definitely.
And you just been doing it yourself.
I've been independent. In 2007, I signed a deal with Atlantic Records. I signed a label deal. Being young, hard-headed, and making some kind of spontaneous decisions kind of cost that. So that kind of went up in smokes. But I was able to maintain even those relationships from that situation. I segued that into starting writing for a lot of people. So writing a lot of records, ghostwriting, and some nice successful records, which got you back into a relationship with those labels. So when they need records, they reach out to you and things like that. But that and other ventures, like I was saying, the clothing line, like throwing crazy shows in the Bay Area, and just doing other things from an independent perspective. And that's what it is. It's never been no major backing. It's never been no major budget and anything like that. It's just me and my team trying to push it through.
Now, tell us about the backpack giveaway you do. You do it every year. It's always
every year. This year will be the 11th year of doing it. I felt like anytime when I was younger, I was like, yo, if I ever get in position to do something for somebody, I'm going to help out as much as I possibly can. Right. And I'm going to start with education is a big a way of learning, a way of teaching, a way of identifying with the youth to let them know that you care and you're concerned about them. Now, many people be like, yo, what's in the backpack? You'll be amazed at the amount of kids who don't have the certain essentials for even to be prepared to be educated. They don't have a backpack full of school supplies, full of all the things that they need, the proper tools and materials for school. It's crazy. So we give out thousands of backpacks every year. Like I say, for the past 10 years, we've been doing that on the front line. Not just backpacks, but we do major Easter egg hunts. We do turkey drives. We give out turkeys on some Nino Brown hype. Me and CC Sabathia do a toy drive every year for the past 6 years. Shout out to CC. He's from the Bay Area, and he's super supportive in everything I do. Like, he's pulled up with like U-Haul trucks full of toys, just like, yo, Fab, let's do it. Let's pass out. Like right in the heart of the hood. Right. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin, Marshawn Lynch, we all put these things together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He really retired? It's over?
Yeah, he done.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fun to him no more. And it's not about the money. It's not about anything like that. He's Super Bowl champion. Now he's working on, like, he just got back from Haiti 2 weeks ago. They built a school out there.
Wow.
They built, built a school in Haiti. Then he went to, he went to Brazil. and he went to Africa, and they were building schools, and they were building like affordable housing for the children over there. So he's on some super just. He's in another level, man, of what he's doing, and then he's going to do some like financial seminars for athletes to teach them how to, deal with their money and handle their money. Cause like he still hasn't spent $1 from the contracts that the NFL is giving him. So man, like dude is on some mogul status right now. Like Lil Cuz is definitely making the city proud.
That's dope. I think that's one of the reasons you blessed on and have been able to maintain, because you give back so much.
Mm-hmm.
I just.
Don't cry.
With entitlement comes responsibility.
Yeah.
And it's an unwritten rule to me to where if you doing something and if you getting something, you must feed those around you. You must help those that, like what, it doesn't hurt to help.
Absolutely.
So if cats have utilized their influence in their position to give back, whatever it is, if you want to do, I'll teach you how to do a radio personality for kids that are going to school for communications or broadcasting, and just tell them how to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you represent the epitome of someone who's truly happy with themselves. Mm-hmm. And when people watch The Breakfast Club, you always stand out because you say what you want to say, do what you want to do, and there are people out there that look up to you like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you may not never know how many people you're influencing. So to go out and go do these things, to go talk to these people, to help cultivate what they want to do. What I'm doing in the neighborhood and what we're doing as a team, and I hope that other people are doing it. I'm starting to see backpack giveaways, and I'm not saying that I'm the reason why they're doing it, but I'm starting to see other people utilize their influence to help out the hoods. It used to be get money, get out the hood. Now it's let's get money and let's rebuild our hood. Let's put businesses in our neighborhood, because I know Brooklyn is heavy with it, but the gentrification in Oakland is so crazy. They're moving the real Oakland out. So there's no businesses. My cousin Marshawn Lynch just opened up the Beast Mode store. I just opened up the Dope Air store. There's rumors that Gary Payton and some other people that are from the city of Oakland are doing more things in Oakland to help bring back the blackness to Oakland.
That's what we got to do. This like shirt I got on Black Wall Street.
Man, bring back the blackness.
That's what we got to do.
Absolutely. For real.
I started doing my backpack giveaway because of you.
You serious?
Word up. I saw you doing it last year. I'm like, you know what? Or maybe it was the year before last. It was the year before last. And I was like, I'm going to do that next year. And I did.
That's dope.
I'm doing it again this year.
Nah, that's dope. Like you don't realize how happy them kids be like when you see that, like just with something like as simple as a backpack, bro. Like they be happy, man. And then the parents, when you got a parent who has 3-4 kids in the house, that get expensive, dude.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like that get expensive. And when you having money, you really don't trip off. You can never be blind to a broken man's dream. And you have to humble yourself to those days when you were without.
Damn right.
I've been without several days in my life growing up. So I understand that.
Absolutely.
So the new album is Son of a Pimp 2?
Yes. Son of a Pimp 2.
You really Son of a Pimp, man?
True story. Mm-hmm. True story. And it's not nothing to brag about. It's just in Oakland, that's what was going on. Like in the 70s and the 80s, your dad was either a pimp, a drug dealer, or a Black Panther.
So you lost your virginity mad early.
That's crazy. I actually didn't.
Really?
Because my dad died from AIDS. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Scared you.
From heroin, like trade needles and stuff like that. So I was spooked for a long time to like have sex. Like I ain't start having sex till like 16. About 16. I was real nervous. Like all my homies thought I was though, because I was a cool kid. I was always, but I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Did you know to use a condom and everything?
Yeah, but still, you like, you know.
Sometimes people, the first time they had sex, they don't even really know.
Did you use a condom the first time?
Nope.
Damn, somebody out there hit Yeezy raw? Who hit Yeezy raw?
Damn, Daniel.
Who hit Yeezy raw?
Damn. But nah, so
I'm
nah.
saying a lot of times that's why you have to educate.
Nah, you kept it 100.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but for real,
He just hit you raw because you was cute, He ain't want to use no condom.
He was my boyfriend for 3 years.
You made him wait 3 years to go?
I was, because when I was pretty young when we first started dating, so I was older.
Oh, he did all in that.
Yeah, of course. He was young. He did though, right?
No, he didn't. I think he knew how to pull out.
So you lost your virginity late.
Yeah, so the Son of a Pimp album is like on the first one, and the lights go out. Mac Michelle, my publicist. Audible Treats. Love you.
Crazy. We said to talk about losing your virginity, and the lights went out.
So you want to tell us,
Nah, like with the first album, we did the first Son of a Pimp in 2005. That kind of made my name in the Bay Area. And it's crazy because my mother's on the intro of that, and she's talking about the true story of how she met my father, what he was doing, and when he was doing it. Segue and fast forward years later, 10 years, 11 years later, part 2 is it's the same thing. Like on the first cover, my daddy was on the first album cover of Son of a Pimp. Part 2, I have my mother on the cover. My daughter's on the intro. So it's like it's a real personal project. It's a personal album. The collaborations that I'm using my friends and my associations to tell my story and give my voyage. One thing I want to say is, as an independent artist, to be able to be on the brink of doing something that no one has ever done, what I mean by that is putting together all these artists, all these mainstream artists, these, you know what I'm saying, top tier artists, all on one project, telling a story, and still keeping it me, still representing me. Like, you don't, even through those collaborations, you still don't lose the sight of you're listening to Mistah F.A.B.
And it's from all different regions.
In all different regions. Like, that was my purpose. My purpose of the voyage was to go to every region that I had a friend or a relationship in and do a record with. So in New York, it was I got Raekwon on the album, got Jadakiss on the album. In Texas, it's Houston Records, it's Bun B, Paul Wall. LA, it's Kendrick, it's Schoolboy, it's Snoop, so on and so forth. We talk about Tech 9, Atlanta is 2 Chainz. So I got records with all of these guys, and it's basically just me telling my independent journey throughout the game of what I've been doing and how I've been working to show people that, man, you don't have to be signing no major labels. You don't have to have no $1 million to put together a good project. Just make good music and stay 100, and people gonna rock with you.
How does being the son of a pimp influence you? Like, what?
You get game early. Believe that. Like, you're not green in certain situations. Because in my household, like, my daddy was doing what he was doing. My mama was hustling, selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Before she after she started using drugs eventually, like, you know, that's what happens in the game. She got clean or whatever. But I was exposed to a lot of stuff coming up early. I witnessed women who I call auntie now who were prostitutes for my dad.
All right. But
nowadays it's like, yo, what's up, auntie? You know what I'm saying? And it's a real, like, you really respect her as your auntie. She's really like your auntie.
They in the church now.
You know, life change and everything.
Yeah.
But you understand what the game is, and being exposed at a young age, you definitely grow up a lot faster. So I was exposed to a lot of things as a child, but it helped mature me, as well as the maturation of me. In hindsight, I wouldn't change anything. You know what I'm saying? As much as I wish I could have my father and my mother still in my life, those are just the experiences that life throws at you.
Are the Panthers still active in?
There is a new set of Panthers in Oakland. There's some younger guys that are actually pushing the movement about, you know, just trying to re-educate the younger generation about some of the policies and formulas that the Black Panthers stood on. And I respect those guys. I respect what they're doing because they're fully dedicated to being on the front line. They don't have the massive support of the general consensus as they once did, and the awareness like that, but they're pushing a conscious effort to raise the blackness and the black identity in the city of Oakland.
All right.
When you were here before, you had just moved to LA. Are you still living in LA?
Nope, I moved back to the Bay Area. I bought a house in where it doesn't matter where I bought it, but I bought a house in the Bay Area.
You thought about Jack Boys, like
no, yeah. And you know, to kind of just be super duper closer with my baby, and my daughter. Everything evolves around her, man. So that was I wanted her to grow. Like, growing up, I never lived in a house. I always stayed in apartments. I never had the opportunity to live in a house. So that was the first thing that I wanted to. I wish I could have did it for my mother, buy her house, but I didn't. But I lived everything through my daughter, so I was able to buy her a house way up, and she chills and she enjoys it. So I moved back to the Bay Area, and to be more of a staple in the community with giving back, with the philanthropy, with the schoolings. We're giving out some scholarships, and we're about to start a program that helps, like what LeBron James is doing in Akron, where he's funding colleges for a lot of these kids, like funding scholarships and stuff to pay for college tuition.
Oh, and to restore the headlines.
We're trying to reintroduce that in you're so crazy.
Good job. Keep going, guys.
We're doing that in the city of Oakland to do to pay for certain schooling for people who wish to go to college, you know what I'm saying, certain scholarships. So we've been giving out money for scholarships, and I just want to be more. I'm so dedicated to the city of Oakland, man. I want to.
You had to move back.
I want to watch it one day, who knows? I want to be a mayor or something one day. Who knows? You know, I'm totally tied in with the current mayor and everything else with people who sit in city council and things like that. And I'm just I love my city, man. I love my city, and I'm so Oakland that I just want to do whatever I can do to make a change for the better for the city.
Word up.
Well, Son of a Pimp Part 2.
Yes, sir.
Drops this Friday. Make sure you get it.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Fab.
And we appreciate you joining us.
May 27th, man. Thank y'all so much for, like I say, an independent dude to be able to come here, man. It's love, man. I appreciate y'all.
You know us. That's why.
It's the relationships,
Yeah,
man.
it ain't just a relationship. You put in the work, though. Like Mr. Fab, you a staple. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
we have
only
a
just
lot
in
of people we
Oakland,
know
but
that
in
can't
hip hop.
Yeah.
If you know your hip hop, you know Mr. Fab.
Absolutely.
Straight up, man. I
And I
respect
saw
y'all
your
so much.
freestyle on Sway. That was incredible. So
Thank
I
you.
was
Yeah.
like, we got to do it.
All right. Well,
Are you still? I'm not gonna even go there with you. I love you. I wanted to know.
If you single,
That's a lip service question. Like we got to go back to those days. I
Is
want
she
to ask
single?
you
She's
off the mic.
She does lip
No, are you
service.
still going raw? Like
What?
still
Oh, no.
letting people?
I didn't know any better. Of course not.
Oh, just want to know.
What, was you shooting your shot?
Mr. Fab just
I just wanted to know.
Raw.
I just want because she was so 100 about the first time.
You said you used a condom, though, with your first time. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was scared. I was.
How long did it last?
Short. It was fast. Like it.
Mr. Fast.
Mr. Fast. Mr. Fast. It was fast. You know.
My goodness. It's the Breakfast Club.
I'm sorry.
You gonna ask another one? You gonna ask another one?
Shoot another shot.
You guys didn't use condoms the first time y'all had sex.
I don't use condoms now.
I don't use condoms now. I'm married. I got 5 kids.
Me too. I got 2.
I'm saying the
And you have a
first time,
beautiful
though.
family, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I want to
Appreciate
say
that.
that, bro.
Thank you.
And like that's so dope. When I be on Instagram and I see what you do with your family, bro. That's super dope, bro.
Thank you.
That's admirable, man.
Appreciate
To
that.
watch that, man. That's dope. When is the last time you?
That's
went
a lip
raw?
service question.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that for one day, hopefully. I love you,
Yee.
Yee.
Shooting a shot.
Yeah, I love you.
This my guy, Mr. Fab.
And your mom is adorable. She is so sweet. She's like a.
She had you by having raw
She's-
sex.
Oakland, California, Bay Area. What up, man? I love you.
It's the Breakfast Club with Mr. Fab.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in